In 1661, the English monarchy proved that even the grave couldn't protect you, especially if your name was Oliver Cromwell. Cromwell wasn't just a political leader. He was the man who led the charge to abolish the monarchy, executed King Charles I, and ruled England as Lord Protector during one of the most turbulent periods in British history. For royalists, Cromwell wasn't a leader, he was a traitor, a tyrant, But here's the catch. When King Charles II returned to power in 1660 during the Restoration, Cromwell had already been dead for 2 years. Most people would call that the end of the story. But Charles II wanted revenge. Personal, public, and theatrical. So, on the 30th of January, 1661, the 12th anniversary of King Charles' execution, royalists dug up Cromwell's rotting corpse, alongside the bodies of 2 of his key, Alize Bradshaw and Henry Ireton Cromwell. His decaying remains were hauled out of Westminster Abbey, where he'd been buried with full honors. But there would be no honor now. The corpses were taken to Tyburn, the infamous execution ground, and subjected to posthumous execution. Their skeletons were hanged in chains, as if they were common criminals, and the spectacle drew massive crowds, not to mourn, but to jeer, to cheer, to celebrate vengeance. After hours of this grim theater, Cromwell's body was pulled down, and how far kings will go to rewrite history. His skull was placed on a 20-foot spike above Westminster Hall, right where King Charles I had once been sentenced to death. It was poetic cruelty. For 24 years, Cromwell's skull stayed there, exposed to wind, rain, and ridiculous, grim reminder to all. Betray the crown, and not even death will spare you. But the story didn't end there. The skull disappeared, resurfaced decades later, and passed through collectors, professors, and private hands. For centuries, people argued over whether it was even the real Cromwell. Today, his supposed remains lie buried in a secret location in Cambridge, finally at rest. Oliver Cromwell once changed the fate of a nation, but in the end, his corpse became a symbol of vengeance, power,